Get in, nerds. We are playing Victoria 3. We are expanding our port facilities so that we can increase our overall ability to export, which would be nice. Legislation imposed in Argentina refused. Argentina's refused our demand that they enact corporate state. The ambassador returns, bearing news of the rejection. They show us pride over progress, he reports. The silence that follows lies heavy in the council chamber. How ought we to react to such insubordination? Well, Argentina, the thing is, we could, can we? We can regime change them. So, let's do it. Bam. And they're a corporate state now. Alright, so now that that's done with, let me see, what else do we... Brazil's still working on it. They don't have great chance, but they're doing okay. Peru, Bolivia's working on it. Tontansuyu. They're in the process of doing protected speech, and I'm going to keep them doing... I'm going to let them keep doing that. Colombia is enacting. Central America is enacting. Cuba is enacting. Haiti is enacting. West Indies is enacting. Maya is enacting. Mexico is already there. Louisiana is still doing a presidential republic. They're working on graduated taxation. That's fine with me. And then Indian Territory is enacting, and Canada is not even close. Canada, how did you get to wealth voting? Did I just never fix Canada's situation? I think I might have just never done it. Oh boy, they're in peasant levies. That's unbelievable. Alright. Well, first things first. Fix your franchise, Canada. Jeepers. I noticed relations with Argentina are not as good as they could be, so we'll go ahead and improve them. Uruguay is looking good. Paraguay is looking good. Tontansuyu is looking good. Peru, Bolivia is only cordial. We'll improve relations a bit. Cool. Alright. Let's continue here. They're deferring it. Well, hopefully they won't defer it too long. Because if I have to regime change them, that would be unfortunate. Jinadag, where are you? This is a country I think I genuinely have never heard of before, or haven't heard of in a while. Where are you geographically? You're in Western India. Interesting. I don't wish to invest in you, Jinadag, right now. Oh my goodness, Korea is breaking up. It's Korea's Three Kingdoms period all over again. Wait, are they all kingdoms? Don't want to invest in Kathiri. Are they all kingdoms? This one's a kingdom. This one's a kingdom. And this one is a king. Nope. They're a theocracy. A landed voting theocracy. That's curious. We still have a lot of leverage over Japan. Again, I don't necessarily want to pull them into my market because, number one, this is the geographic extent of our market. Number two, they're doing a Council Republic thing, and I would need to regime change them if we did that. Hey, we hit 20 standard of living. Wonderful. So as you can see, the fact that we're mass building ports right now, and our number of convoys is not going up, it means that our amount of trade is actually increasing. And we have so many trade routes that our convoys... we have so many trade routes that they're just all expanding at the same time, or many of them are expanding at the same time, causing us to continue to basically increase in convoys and then reduce in huge blocks. So that's kind of why this is going the way it's going. And as you can see, we are the many different goods basket of many different areas. Yeah, look at all that furniture we're selling in Bengal and in the Ottoman Empire. Oh, that's nice. Oh, that's big profits. Japan too, actually. Interesting. That is quite curious. Obviously, we're providing so much glass. This is 1.0 tier glass exports right here. Used to be porcelain was the huge thing you exported. Don't want to invest in you, no Nagar. It used to be porcelain in 1.0 was the thing you were exporting tons and tons of. Right now it's glass because of that houseware plastics. Belgium, 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 Belgium. Stop it. Why are you making my glass? There you go. There we go. Dial it back, Belgium. You know you want this tasty, tasty glass. Let me see. So a lot of luxury. We're actually not exporting that many luxuries. Luxury furniture and luxury clothes seems to be a kind of a little bit of a hard sell these days in the current build of the game. It seems like it's easy to output really a lot of them. I wonder if part of the way that's set up is if you've got a more unequal economy, you've got a bigger swath of just a bigger tranche in your economy of highly don't want to invest in you, Bhutan, of highly wealthy pops that just are just a huge market for these places. Alright, I don't need these oil export routes. They're not providing anything useful. Yeah, although we are exporting a significant amount of porcelain, but not nearly much compared to the amount of glass we were exporting in the previous world, and the amount of porcelain you could export in previous builds of the game. Obviously, we're importing a lot of silk for our luxury clothes industry, but that simply is what it is. What do we have going on here? This is, another revolt in IT. Who is it now? Reactionaries. Well, it always is them, huh? Alright, let's get the regular army to come deal with it. Come on. Go to the front. There you go. Teen sides of the sock. Nice. Alright. On an Empire sides of the sock. There's a lot going on in the sock, but that's fine. Selling a little bit of wood abroad. I could probably sell more, but, there's something. So as you can see, this massive increase in port facilities is, I think, a big part of why our economy is continuing to grow. Because as more and more countries abroad buy those exports, we're selling more and more, and and as a result, our businesses are getting more and more productive. Wow, we have hit number 3 in GDP per capita. That's bananas as a country with 113 million people. Let's take a look at those rankings. Or no, this is raw GDP. GDP per capita. German Empire is catching up on Great Britain. So, I'm pretty proud of this, because a lot of these countries in GDP per capita are in our power block. West Indies, Colombia, Maya, Cuba, Louisiana, Canada, the Indian Territory, and Haiti are all in our power block alongside us. The only country that's in the top 10 GDP per capita that's not in our power block is Sweden. Which is pretty cool, actually. Like, we've got a lot of GDP, and I'm pretty pleased about that. Standard of living. We're number 12. It's not ideal, but we're probably very high in the sort of highly technologically advanced large countries. Interesting. German Empire is beating us out on that. Louisiana, I don't know what's going on with that flag. Is Louisiana pretending to have... Are you cosplaying having been colonized by Bhutan over there? Is that Bhutan? I can't even tell. Is it... Oh, nope. Now, you've gone over to Siam. You've gone over to Siam. Louisiana, I don't know what's going on with that flag, but you're having a problem. You're having a problem, Louisiana. It's a flag problem, and you need to deal with it. Alright, so in terms of standard of living, a lot of our subject states are really, really rock solid on that. West Indies is good, Louisiana is good, Maya is good, Colombia, Indian Territory, and Cuba. The only ones on this list in the top 10 that are not in our power block are Sweden, Cuba, and Sweden, Iwi, and the German Empire. little bit surprised to see German Empire in there. But I guess German Empire has been quite, has completed quite a bit of growth. Oh my gosh, they're doing state atheism over there. Autocratic state atheism. Unbelievable. That's bananas. But yeah, they are doing rock solid in standard of living. I'm trying to figure out who's 11th. Hold on, there's a smarter way to do this. Hey, go to... Oh, because we're in the in-conflict screen. Alright, I need to finish this war first. Then I'll take another look at the overall country rankings. Hey France, how's your forever war with Britain going? Not bad, not bad. Casualties are modest. I was sorry, it was Bhutan. Oh man, excellent. Greek mass immigration. That's pretty cool. Alright, we're starting to really overflow with convoys. So let's take another look at our trade possibilities. Let me see. Sugar. We can sell sugar. Oh, we can sell a lot of sugar. Excellent. Cloth. Fabric. Still no one wants to buy fabric. Gosh, we can sell more furniture. Oh my goodness, we can sell... There's a lot of furniture we can sell. Let's see, what else? Liquor? Belgium will buy a ton of liquor. That's delightful. Austria, Japan, and Romania. Wonderful. Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. Sulfur. I know there are countries that'll buy sulfur. Once again, Belgium. Belgium's a good trading partner for us. I wonder if they would accept a trade agreement. I think we might have one actually. Now that I'm thinking on it some. We're selling a ton of glass abroad, but I guess we could sell more. The Patriotic Party. Oh, that's curious. Alright, we'll sell some artillery. Bengal will buy. Belgium will not be productive, so we won't worry about it. And small arms. France. Yeah, Belgium will productively buy small arms. Yeah, that's because of the war. Because there's a huge war involved. Steamers we're actually got plenty of. There's that done. So that means we can check the rankings again in a moment. Tobacco. Only Austria. Fertilizer. Ooh, Belgium and Nigeria. Excellent. Kabooms. Belgium, Nigeria, France. Wow, Belgium's economy is really being Robert Porked by this. I bet it's the war. I bet that's what's going on. It's because of the war. Can we sell any fruit? Only a little bit. Fruit's never a great export good. And finally, anywhere else we can sell wood? Gyeonggi. Wonderful. Alright, and Chile is an acting corporate state. Excellent. Production and agitation. In collaboration with the Free Trade Party, Mark Sewall has secured a deal for cheaply and quickly distributed pamphlets in support of the party. The interior of the carriage held a pleasant surprise, a crate of several thousand pamphlets printed on an industrial scale, each with instructions of the voting process and a cheaply copied logo of the Free Trade Party. They made a hefty weight, and he hoped, would turn out to be an equally sized benefit. Bury our opponents in a sea of paper, extra momentum for the free traders, which is the industrialists and the petite bourgeoisie. Or these connections can be used later, less momentum, but Sewall gets ambitious. I'm going to do the second one. I think that's just fine. So, let's take a quick look here. The Republicans have lost a ton of No. They haven't lost any momentum. It's just the Patriotic Party has broken off. So where does that leave the government? The yeoman farmers have formed the So the yeoman farmers now are forming the core of the Socialist Party. And the Republicans are now just the intelligentsia. And the Patriotic Party are just the armed forces. So this is really interesting. This is going to be an interesting election cycle. And we'll probably do the whole election cycle. So I wanted to take a quick look. I'm going to go to speed 3, which is the thing I rarely do these days. at the rankings, because I wanted to take a look at SOL. Who's number 11? Banjar. Oh, that's fun. That's wild. Wow, Krakow managed a good SOL. Brazil's doing well. Canada's doing well. Excellent. Those are both countries in our power block. That's making me feel rock solid. Canada's doing universal suffrage. All right, beautiful. That's just what I wanted to hear. So now, what else? We need more lead in our market. I can definitely see the benefit of a little bit more lead. So, where are we extracting lead to begin with? Lead mines are very, very productive. We can max out Illinois without having too much of a problem, but they're low on infrastructure. So, we'll queue those in, but first, we'll throw in some railways, and I'll put those at the top, just to make sure that we're doing well. So, other sources of lead. A bunch in Japan, but that doesn't necessarily help us. The Maritimes have a source of lead. Where's the Maritimes? That's over here? No, that's Newfoundland. Maritimes. Where? Oh, you're here. Oh, okay. Neat. What's this? Ugh. That's not ideal. Alright, so Maritimes is an option. Veracruz. Oh, we should expand Veracruz for sure. Have they got the infrastructure? They sure have. Minas Gerais has a block. They're perfect. And a few more in Oaxaca. That's a good target as well. We'll also build a railway here to ensure that the infrastructure is sound. How's the modifier? Not bad. Alright, and now we'll expand the Maritimes. Do the Maritimes need more infrastructure? They surely will. So, we'll throw those in there. And we'll fully lead max. That's going to be a lot of railways, but that's okay. I'm going to put those at the top once again, just to make sure that those are good to go. And I think we'll grab a block of these ports and put them at the bottom, because we're overbuilding ports at this stage. Once we get macroeconomics, we might not be, but for now, we certainly are. For whom the bell tolls. The aged John Pershing, leader of the armed forces, has unexpectedly expired mid-campaign, robbing the Patriotic Party of a cornerstone politician. The question of his replacement is now on everyone's lips. Unexpected? Bah! That old bag of bones was long overdue to meet his maker. It's about time the party saw some new blood. Go with the popular but inept candidate, 10% momentum. New character, or the determined but haughty youngster secures the chair. We'll go with the determined but haughty youngster. Let's do it. Gordon Prindle. You're reckless, a political operator, and an inspirational orator. Interesting. So that's interesting. We'll see. We'll continue on towards the election, because I don't think the Patriotic Party is going to win this one. Because their overall vote count's quite low. The thing about the Patriotic Party is they always wind up being a sort of single... Oh my goodness, it looks like the Free Traders are going to be out ahead of the Republicans for the first time forever. I mean, the Free Trade Party was formed in... when? I think probably the 90s. So this will be a huge deal. It's been a long time since we had the Republicans and the Patriots not aligned together, so we'll see what the prospects are. We might actually have a little bit of a divided government. So now my question is, I am still getting the legitimacy from those photos. That's going to expire pretty soon. So I'll wait until that expires before I reform the government, and we'll see what legitimacy looks like. Because I'm almost assuredly going to have to reform the government. Interesting. Standard of living stumbled a little bit, but that's okay. Something, standard of living always stumbles in an election year. We'll drop a few more of these ports down to the bottom of the queue, just to make sure that we're using as much as we can. How's the investment pool? Oh, investment pool actually needs... I need more construction capacity. So we'll surely need to do that. But first, we'll listen to the election results. Another thing goofing up Mesquitia. That's fine. It's very funny to me that Great Britain now just has this perennially exploding mini-state here in Bermuda. That's very funny to me. I'm very amused. We are very amused. Railways in Illinois are almost complete. Port facilities are being expanded in Delaware. Alright, that's the election results. So, let me see. 3 more weeks for domestically distributed photographs. I'm going to wait until that finishes out, which will basically be at the end of the month. West Indian obligation and Colombian obligation expiring. I'm probably going to... Okay, we're very good with that. We're very good with that. Nope, I don't need to, I don't need to do either of those. Intelligentsia are no longer powerful. That's interesting. Alright, Happy New Year. It's 1933. Legislation imposed on Peru, Bolivia refused. They refused our demand that they enact a corporate state. The ambassador returns, bearing news of the rejection. They chose pride over progress, he reports. The silence that follows lies heavy in the council chamber. How ought we to react to such insubordination? Let's play the regime change game. The playing of stupid games shall be followed by the winning of stupid prizes. Oh my goodness, they're a military dictatorship. Not anymore. Shibuya. Just gonna let the week turn over and then we'll take a look at the government. So. There we go. Perfect. So, we have a contested government. We can surely get that government more legitimate. The most legitimate government possible would be to throw the yeoman farmers out. It's to form a government of everyone except for the socialists. That's going to be 90 legitimacy, and I think... How much could I get without the Free Trade Party? I could only get 57 legitimacy. So I have to bring the Free Trade Party in, and unfortunately, that means that we may need to deal with some irate petite bourgeoisie if they demand something of us that I don't wish to give. Don't want to invest in you, Selangor. That just is what it is. Just is what it is. I'm investing in my own power block. Ah, look at that. Look at that. Beautiful. Just beautiful. So good. Let me see. And we are going up to up in cohesion. Which is very good. Serbian mass immigration. Excellent. Indian Territory has also refused to do a corporate state. Well, that's fine. You know what we're going to do. Turns out you are going to do a corporate state. But turns out a corporate state is you. So before I get too far on this, I do actually need to expand construction facilities. Let's build some up in Washington, shall we? A lot of infrastructure available here. Oh no, we've already got a huge block in Washington. How about Oregon? Oh my goodness. I've construction maxed in so many areas already. It's bananas. It's an entire banana. It's the cat's bananas. Is that a thing people say? It is now. So this will bring us up to 300. I think that's completely reasonable. Because once again, we got 18 million or 22 million in the investment pool, and it's increasing rapidly. So, let's get those quickly built. That's going to make our construction go even more absurdly fast, and that will be just fine. Just kick this railway in Oaxaca up to the top just to make sure that it finishes out. Let's see now. Brazil, how's your move to corporate state going? It's going okay. 14% chance, but they're in study. There's the oil turbine. That might actually have been a mistake to research because I didn't need the power. I can't use the power because I don't have... I got too much coal and not enough oil. Maya's also refused, which means it's time for a regime change. Beautiful, just beautiful. Alright, I'm doing this too much and it's reducing my cohesion. I can let it go for a little while, but I can't let it go for too long because it takes time for... Oh, this is weekly change toward target. Alright, so it'll be like half a year before I'm back up at orchestrated. That should be fine. Yeah, insufficient construction for investment pool. Could have been smarter about that. Don't want to invest in you, Cyprus. Wow, goldfield's depleted. It's been a while since we've had that event. The rich mineral deposits in South Dakota have been drained. Mines are being shuttered, and all the prospectors who moved in are beginning to drift away in search of the next big strike. Alluvial gold dried up, miners go home. River dried up due to miner activity. Shafts condemned as threat to life. Enter known peril. Trespassers will be shot. Survivors will be shot again. You know we can't just let them leave. And that means it's time to build some gold mines. Oh, only 2. That's fun. But we'll build them first, because we're building them first. Cuba has also refused to do a corporate state. So how much cohesion is it going to cost me to do this? 15%. We'll do it. Okay, so that damages relations. So I need to be a little bit conscientious about this. We'll improve relations. Maya will improve relations. Louisiana will improve relations. IT is also refused. Dang. Relations are still rock solid with IT, so I'm not worried. But I can't lose too much more cohesion. I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna wait on regime changing IT because I need to, No, I'm not. Screw it. Everybody must have a corporate state. So does that damage their relations with me? No, it doesn't. It's only they're refusing the, it's only they're refusing to change their way of doing their thing. Indian territory as well. Oh man, it's so nice to not have any infamy. I can just do whatever I want in my own power block, and nobody will even bother to try and stop me, which is very fun. So let me see. So 33, and I've got all of 34 and 35, and then at the beginning of 36 is when the campaign ends. So probably we'll do one more episode after this of my continuing to develop everything. Obviously, my economy has grown a lot, but that should... Oh, interesting. Steel is still... Well, no, we still need more steel to be produced. So we'll definitely produce more steel. Are we still insufficient construction? We're still insufficient construction. That's bananas. We're going to have to build more, friends. We're just going to have to build more construction. We're going to need to max construction in a couple of places. New York and Pennsylvania, for sure, we're maxing. We'll build up Virginia. We'll max out Texas. We'll max out California if we haven't already. Let me see, what does that put us at? That puts us at 350 construction sectors. That's a lot of construction sectors. Oh my god, I'm gonna construct. In any case, though, that's gonna really put a strain on our steel industry, but hopefully that'll put us within spitting distance of getting up to 100, and once we build up the necessary steel production, that'll get us there. That having been said, my nerds, that is all the time I've got for this episode. I have had fun. I hope you all have had fun, and I will see you on the other side.